Moving on to public participation. Public comments are permitted upon submission of a completed registration card prior to the start of public participation. This is not a forum for debate. Policies concerns will be referred to the superintendent. When called, speakers may proceed to the podium, state their name and trustee area, and speak for the allotted time. The amount of time will be announced by the board president before the first speaker begins and will not exceed 3 minutes. How many speakers do we have?
2.
You get 3 minutes each.
Eriko Grossman, followed by Greg Britton.
Welcome, Eriko.
Happy Pride Month. I want to remind you that LGBTQ plus is not about the choice. It includes aromantic people who do not experience romantic attraction, and asexual people who do not experience sexual desire. Our society often makes us believe that everyone falls in love and seeks sexual relationships, but that's not true. Now we have the language to describe these identities, and LGBTQ plus gives people a sense of belonging and the freedom to be who they truly are. Yet some still reduce it to being only about sex, and the misunderstanding is misleading and harmful. Candy and her supporters seem focused on pushing policies that would effectively out students. At times, this issue is intentionally mixed with concerns about bullying, which has been part of a right-wing playbook. I also saw Candy express excitement about the recent Ninth Circuit preliminary injunction involving California's Safety Act. But that decision was never about prohibiting schools from disclosing students' gender identity to parents. It states that school staff shall not be required to disclose a student's sexual orientation or gender identity without the student's consent unless required by law. No one's saying parents should be excluded from their children's lives. The real question is whether schools should be required to disclose highly sensitive personal information in every situation, regardless of context or potential harm. This is a very serious responsibility. After Chino first implemented a forced outing policy, crisis hotlines saw a significant increase in calls in July 2023. 1,477 of the 4,409 calls statewide came from Chino Valley residents. According to a survey, 90% of LGBTQ young people say their well-being was negatively impacted due to recent politics. I also want to point out an inconsistency. As you know, FABA prohibits schools to disclose a wide range of information to parents without the students' consent. Yet you have not called for schools to disclose students' intimate relationships, even while claiming your concern is student safety, sexual assault, or grooming. I'm not suggesting that you should, but this makes it clear that the focus is on singling out LGBTQ students. At the same time, some of the same people willing to overlook credible allegations involving powerful public figures. That contradiction makes it clear that's not truly about protection by children.
Thank you, Eriko. Thank you, Eriko.